Hello, everybody. My name is Vanessa. I am the Human Resources Manager with Mekka Communications, and I'm here to do a virtual information session regarding a wonderful work at home opportunity that's currently available with Mekka Communications. I'll give you a little bit of history about Mekka Communications Incorporated. We are a Canadian and US based call center. We specialize in um, providing work to customer service representatives to work remotely. And the position that we are hiring for at the moment is a strictly remote position. It is training from home, everything is done from the comfort of your own home. So I'm going to get started and share with you this wonderful opportunity that we have available and have you partner with us and take experience wonderful work at home opportunity. So I'm going to share my screen. Just give me a moment here. Okay, so I believe you could all see my screen. So the position that we do have available, it is to work on the Arise platform and partner with Mekka Communications and experience an amazing work at home opportunity right now. So the name of the client that is looking for individuals such as yourself to work from home is Interval. Let me give you a little bit of history about Interval. So Interval operates membership programs for vacationers and provides value added services to its developer clients worldwide. Um, the company Interval has been a pioneer and innovator in serving the vacation ownership market since 1976. That's a long time. And currently, in today's day and age, Interval's exchange network compromises approximately 300 resorts in more than 80 countries. Also, on the Arise platform, Interval is the longest running client that actually uses the Arise platform. It's been more than 13 years. So agents do interact directly with Interval for support and quality assurance. Um, as well as it says here, Interval has 12 lines of business available to service. Interval is the only program that does business with call centers in the USA, UK, and Canada. So if you have a passion about sales, traveling, timeshare ownership, this opportunity is a great choice. Now, you would be working as an independent contracted agent. However, it is a permanent position. So you can actually grow with Interval International. What you can expect now, sorry, on a day to day basis, um, call center agents could expect to participate in the following activities. You'd be helping members in placing their waitlist requests for a resort that is currently unavailable. So let's say you want to go to Jamaica or Cuba, and there's a particular resort that you love, but that resort is full on your travel dates. What you would do is either A, place them on a wait list so that when it comes available, they can go to their favorite vacation spot resort, or you could offer alternative vacation options if that is possible. Um, if their first choice is unavailable. You would also, do some upselling. So it's not direct telemarketing, or what have you. What you would do is that you would offer them membership packages, like advising members of the features and benefits of the core, the gold, and platinum levels, as well as all interval products. So on every call, you would, say, hey, would I be able to interest you in our platinum level or the core, the gold? Okay, so it is customer service initially inbound. However, there's some upselling. And you do get to earn cash incentives. So that's pretty good as well. Of course, you always aim to have first call resolution and avoiding any escalations and what have you. So, with that in mind, that I've educated you a bit on interval, let me tell you all about the um, what's in it for you working with Mecca and providing customer service for Interval International. I could tell you this is the first time that Interval is actually offering an unilingual position. So um, it's for English speaking representatives. Normally, it's a French English bilingual, but I'm really happy to see that it's now open to those who only speak English. It is $15 Canadian per hour. You do have the freedom of creating your own schedule. So rather than you being available around work, work comes to you and you get to choose your schedule. So if you want Tuesdays off, Wednesdays, Friday, you're free to create your own schedule. Now, how the scheduling is done, sorry, it's done in 30-minute intervals, so 30-minute blocks. So let's say you want to plug away and do a shift for about 30 minutes in the morning and then 30 minutes in the evening. The 30 minutes that you do is half of the $15 an hour, so it would be 750 per half hour. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Now, as I mentioned earlier, sales transactions are eligible for a revenue incentive. That means you'll be paid for the if you offer a membership like the gold, the platinum, the core, you are awarded with cash incentives for that as well. So there's two training classes available. Training would start on March the 7th for phase one. So from March the 7th to April the 1st, it's about 3.5 weeks. You could choose two training times, Monday to Friday, no weekends, either the mornings or the evenings. The mornings are between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. Eastern Time, or between 7 p.m. and 11 p.m. Eastern Time. During phase one, you would not be earning the base rate at $15 an hour. However, Mecca Communications does provide a $150 stipend to our call center agents every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks, we would just give you a supplement of 150. So that way you have something until you get to phase two, which would begin on the 4th of April until the 11th. During this time frame, you are paid by the hour, $15, and you'll be taking live calls. So everything you learned in this time frame, you're going to put it to use. during phase two. So it's just 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1 week of being in a nested environment, lots of support. Your calls will be evaluated and reviewed just to make sure that um, you retain everything during phase one and you're able to provide excellent customer care. Now, Interval International, their hours of operation are Monday through to Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Time, Saturdays between 9 a.m. and 8 p.m. Now, there's only one requirement in terms of scheduling is that are mandatory you it is mandatory, sorry, that you work a minimum of 3 hours on Saturday or Monday or a combination of both. So let's say you don't like to start your week on a Monday, you would then just have to do 3 hours of work on the Saturday. If you like your weekends, then you would do a minimum of 3 hours on Monday, or you could split it into both, like hour and a half Saturday, hour and a half Monday, whichever way you design it or the times you want to work, it's entirely up to you. But Saturday and Monday are mandatory work days. Now, it tells you here that the most intervals that are available are between Monday to Friday, between 2 and 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So that's the schedule. We've reviewed the pay. I'm going to scroll down just a little bit more here. Now, as a work from home call center agent, you would be using your own equipment, such as a laptop or a desktop. Macs can work as well, but you would need to meet the system requirements, which I will be sending out this PDF and the system requirements. Sorry. We also have our technician on our team who can assist you and take a look at the specs on your laptop, desktop, or Mac and just make sure that you meet those um, platform standards in order to serve the Interval International customers. So you do need to have a basic phone line, like a phone line like back in the day, because most people are have gone to mobile phones versus home phones. It just needs to be hardwired to the wall outlet. You could use a cable telephony, so that means that it would need to be directly from your router or modem device. You can also use digital service as well, and it would need to be connected directly from a router or a modem as well. You can use uh, voice over internet provider, VoIP. So through a physical hard phone, for example, Vonage, Magic Jack, even Fongo has a home phone service as well. Now, another stipulation is that you are not permitted to work using Wi Fi connection. You would have to be connected with your Ethernet cable straight into the modem or the router as well. We did go over what you can expect. A typical day working for Interval. We just in order to become a top performing service partner for this program, you would need to just demonstrate outstanding problem solving skills, to be patient, use empathy, an ability to manage stress, because in the call center industry, it's inevitable. Some calls will be irate or stressful, but you would need to also demonstrate that you have that ability and skill to work under pressure. You also need to be fluent and skilled and efficient in writing as well as verbal communication, and then essentially provide knowledgeable, friendly, and eloquent customer service. So we kind of reviewed phase one and phase two in training. In phase one, you're going to be reviewing all of the tools that you need to know, um, knowledge resources. You're going to do practice call time, like mock calling and what have you. It's roughly 4 weeks in length for 4 hours, Monday to Friday, um, with a trainer, an instructor. And then you also would receive self-paced work to do as well. Phase two, it starts with mock calls. So someone within the company would call you and do a typical role play, and but it's like it will be ringing into your phone. So you go through an agent of hours, sorry, of doing mock calls. Once you've mastered the mock calls, then you start to take those live calls. You're still going to be under review, so your calls will be reviewed and monitored just to ensure that, hey, this agent is going to be great on the floor, and you graduate. Now, during the certification calls part, um, when we start on the phones, you are required to work a minimum of 10 hours per week. The Monday or Saturday 3 hour minimum would still be in effect as well. So you don't need to be scheduling a 40-hour week if you don't want to. As mentioned, you could be a full timer, part timer, a sum timer. It is entirely up to you. So, with that in mind, um, there will be some quizzing involved. You do need to maintain 100% attendance from the get go. So from March the 7th to April 11th, you wouldn't be allowed to miss any days. You do have the pre course work that you will receive before training starts as well. The quizzes are open book, so it won't be hard to get a score of 90% or higher. You do need to pass the role play scenarios with your instructor, the trainer, pass your mock calls, pass the live certification calls where you're actually speaking with customers as well, and do your homework as well. Self paced work. Okay. Now, all applicants do need to go through a background check. You need to provide an affidavit of your ID. Um, you just need to have 90% commitment adherence to the hours. Although you have the freedom to choose when you want to work, you do need to be committed to the hours that you do schedule to work. Okay. And then, of course, in every call center, whether it be at home or in a call center facility, um, there are a quality assurance team that will randomly listen to calls randomly and just make sure that you're following guidelines and what have you. And it is reviewed during the certification course with you, like coaching. Okay. So, I don't know about you, but I'm very excited. This is the first time ever that I've seen interval available to English speaking only representatives, which is pretty great. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Um, there are some prerequisites that is necessary that you do need to fulfill before you begin training, the testing of your computer to make sure that your system will be compatible with intervals, software, um, the phone portion. You will be required to take a program assessment, which is an assessment of who you are, test your call center skills, your customer service skills, and what have you. And you do need to successfully pass and the background check. So all of that is done before you actually get to the point where you're on the floor. And so training begins on the 7th of March. It is a permanent contract and there is tons of opportunity for growth. I have seen um, agents start off taking calls and become top performers, become trainers, instructors, even team leads. So there is opportunity for growth. So you can grow with interval and Mekka communications. So this position is open to Canadian residents only in all 10 provinces and the territories. So it is available actually to um, for all of Canada. Anyone who wants to work from home, avoid that commute, not have to be out there in the cold. Um, this is an amazing opportunity. And not only is it amazing, but the fact that you can grow with a company, you get to speak to people all over the world, learn geography while working, it's an excellent opportunity. So I'm going to show you right here. I think I have to share my screen again just for a minute. This is the our email address. It's Mecca Communications at gmail.com. I'm just going to respell it. M as in Mary, E as in Edward, K as in kite, K as in kite again, A as in apple, C for Charlie, O as in orange, M as in mother, M as in Mary, U as in unicorn, N as in Nancy, I as in India, C as in Charlie, A as in apple, T as in Tom, I as in India, O as in orange, N as in Nancy, S as in Sam at gmail.com. So Mecca Communications at gmail.com. So we are taking applicants. Do feel free to send us your resume, and we'll be more than happy to schedule an interview to further discuss this position. Interested applicants, do send your resume and we will respond with a copy of the PDF that we just used to provide you with information on the current opportunity. We also have in Intuit TurboTax as well for our English speaking um, agents who want to work from home. TurboTax is actually the number one um, service right now, both in US and Canada, that provides the opportunity for tax filers to do their taxes on online or to install the product as well. I'm just trying to kind of find that PDF to show you briefly before we go. However, those two opportunities are currently available on the platform. Working with Mecca, I'm just going to show you a quick screen share so you can see Give me 1 second here, everybody. I'm so sorry. Okay, and here we go. So, right now, um, you do also have the opportunity to work for TurboTax, inbound customer service, and software tech support. Um, Training begins on the 28th of February, 9 to 1 or 6 to 10 training. Phase 2 begins March 24th. And this is a contracted position. So from February the 28th until May the 13th. However, the great thing about TurboTax, if you become a top performer, you also get a raise of $1.50 starting at 15 Canadian an hour. So there is opportunity out there um, to working with Mecca. There's tons of opportunity available for those who wish to work from home. So that ends our virtual information session here today. I just want to tell you thank you for your time and attending our session. Mecca Communications at gmail.com is where you can submit your resume, and we'll be more than happy to hear from you. My name is Vanessa. Thank you for joining me today, and I do wish you and you a wonderful day. Thank you so much.